Well, today, of course, does mark 9 years since the Pulse Nightclub shooting. It is the country's deadliest attack on the LGBT community.
And today, the city is coming together once again to remember those 49 victims, their families, and all those impacted by this devastating tragedy. Fox 35's David Martin is live at that site this morning to give us more on those tours that kicked off just yesterday. David.
Yeah, Stephanie, I was just thinking, it was 9 years ago at this exact hour that we were trying to wrap our heads around what had transpired over the past 6 hours. 2016, right? June 12th. Absolute tragedy, and it changed. It changed the city beautiful forever. Some would argue it brought us closer, but no one could imagine the nightmare that ensued in this building behind me, the Pulse Nightclub, which will of course be torn down soon to make way for a new memorial in 2025. But before it gets torn down, there will be several family members of the victims from that night, the 49 victims and survivors, of course, who will walk through this facility with FBI agents guiding them along the way to get a look at where their loved ones passed away. And when they come out of that tour, it's a 30-minute tour, by the way, they have an option to talk to the media. Yesterday was the first day these tours happened. They run through Saturday. Out of the busload yesterday, only one woman had the strength to talk to the media. Her name is Christine Lineman. Her son, Christopher, was killed in Pulse that night. He was 32 years old. Let's take a listen to what she said last night.
It's not for closure. It's for, like I say, it's pragmatic for me because I needed to see the space. I needed to see how big it was. I did want to see the bathrooms where other people had died as well, you know, because I'm friends with Tierra Parker, and her cousin, Akira Mary, died in one of the bathrooms, and, you know, I wanted to see where Eddie Justice died. And some of the other kids, I wanted to see where they died. It's something that I've never been here, never been through there. They are planning on demolishing it. I'm never going to be given the opportunity again. I would have regretted it if I didn't go through it. And I needed to see where my son took his last breath. It's as simple as that, and as painful as it is, it's nowhere near as painful as what my son experienced that night.
Wow, that is powerful. God bless her. She's one of a few so far who have agreed to come and take the tour and talk to the media. 250 verified individuals, though, over the course of these 4 days will be in that building. It's dark, it's musty, it hasn't had power or AC in years. It's sat vacant. Now, it was bio-cleaned, of course, relatively soon after the tragedy, but it has sat for many years. So while she found it important for her healing journey to go through the Pulse Nightclub, others are staying far away. Out of the 49 victims, those who died that day in 2016, 25 of them have representation of the tours this week, meaning 24 do not. So we're about half and half. Half want to see the club, half do not. So Stephanie and Ryan, it's amazing when I look at the mural behind me. 9 years, it goes by in a blink of an eye, but you do forget about some of the things that happened immediately after the terror attack. You see pictures on the wall here of some of the vigils that happened at every street corner or in front of the DPAC, and it was a beautiful moment to see the community come together. Stark reminder that most of us couldn't do anything to help out. The most we could do was give blood, and I'll recall long lines of neighbors and Central Floridians donating blood at One Blood, right? There was a hot day, June 12th, very warm, and people stood outside for hours just to do something in that harrowing time. I'll never forget that. That's where I broadcasted live for Fox 35 that day, was at the blood drive, and then for subsequent days in front of the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts when they had that that homegrown memorial laid out where people could come down and drop off love notes and trinkets and tchotchkes and teddy bears and whatever, just to pay their respects to the dead. An absolute mind-blowing experience. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, David, thanks. Yeah, those are the things that come to our mind years later. We'll see here in a little bit. And he mentioned One Blood, the drive, of course. So many people remember the blood drives. Well, they will continue that as they do each year. One Blood is accepting donations starting at 8 this morning. So in a couple hours, they'll go until 6 tonight. As David mentioned, thousands flocked to those blood drives after the shooting. Organizers say giving blood really crucial to spreading awareness in saving other lives.
And that day really impacted the entire community, and this community is going to continue to grieve and reflect on that tragic night. There is a remembrance memorial taking place tonight. It's open to the public. The annual ceremony will be held at First United Methodist Church in downtown Orlando at 5:30 p.m. Fox 35, of course, will be there.